Alright folks, welcome back. We will be jumping straight into things because as you can see, we are pretty knackered. We have to undock from Albacore Town for the first time ever, get out the island, go round the island, head in the direction of Gold Rock, all before we can nap and hopefully not pass out. Go and release a bit of sail, and since the wind is behind us, release a little bit of sheet. And hopefully that should be just enough to get us clear of the dock. And then a big old turn to starboard. I don't think I hit anything there, because usually when I unmoor or undock, I can hear a big old crash. So maybe we're improving. I say maybe. Okay, dock. Wind is now... I can't get through these boxes. On a bit of a beam reach. So I can crawl through here, pull the sail. No, I think we're fine. Start to make a turn around the island. How we doing? Oh, this is going to be tight. I'd rather not nap whilst we're heading. What direction are we heading now? Southeast. That is absolutely not where we want to go. So that is not nap time for us. Going to bring the sail down, but I will keep it up just a touch so I can keep an eye on this marker. I don't know if you can hear that rumble, but we've just hit something. Whoops. I'll keep the music nice and quiet for that point, so you can all hear whatever on earth that was, or whatever in the sea that was. Okay, we are heading east northeast. That's not good. I don't want to go too close to the island just in case we crunch on something again. Wind is behind us, so sail right down now. I don't need vision. Oh, let's get some speed. Here at Shipwreck Sean, we really appreciate napping, but we also appreciate getting to where we need to get. So we've got a bit of a race against time here. Okay, it's looking a little... Even if I have to nap whilst we're going north, I can handle that. I've got a few wee things I'd like to talk about, but I'll get us away from Albacore Town first. Only got 10% left in that lantern. Okay, so... I can't see the shadows of Gold Rock yet. Through we go. Oh! Well, that's certainly not going to make us feel more awake. A little climb in the deep blue sea. Oh, we're cutting this fine. I'm sorry folks, I tried to make sure my channel is nice and relaxing, but for anyone that's just turned this video on, it's instant panic. Pull the sail in to account for the beam reach, and we're kinda heading towards Gold Rock there. Point us in the right direction. If you watch the end of the last episode, you'll know what we have on board, what we're delivering, but I will go over that properly when I'm not in panic mode. And I think I'm going to have to move some move some stuff around as well. Okay, northwest. I think I'm happy with that. Yeah, I think that's good enough for sleepy bedtime. Couple of swigs of water. I don't really mind when I wake up, just as long as I get a bit of sleep, because I don't know what happens when your energy completely depletes. So yeah, I think we survived that. Just panic over-ish, maybe. Gonna double check my save. It's on, only on game quit, that's fine. So we will nap. I'll be back with you shortly. Alrighty, we have woken up. That's looking a bit better. I don't know if you guys noticed, at the start of the episode, my Alank Lions was saying I had 3,400. I knew that wasn't right, But if that was some sort of bug where it was just going to double what I had, I wasn't going to argue with it. Oh, I left this lantern on. I will keep it on actually since it's still dark. So, what did I want to go over? Well, I think first I want to move these inwards if I can. Yeah, because I'd like to be able to walk through, but then more importantly, I'd like to get back in without crawling around everywhere. Can you be adjusted slightly? Can't really get through there, but I never seem to walk this way anyway. As long as I can still access the sheet winch, I am happy. I've lost sight of Albacore Town. I think it might be there actually. Between south-southeast and southeast. Highest peak on Gold Rock is closer to west-northwest. So that is, I'm pretty happy with where we're at. So, onto this box, down and through. Okay, so we've got some sunspot fish to sell. We've got some salmon to sell. We've got a mission of white tobacco. We'll just have a wee look on the log. Mail to Gold Rock, white tobacco to Gold Rock, and seafood. 3 lots of. Hopefully making the most of the reputation bonus on that. And for the trade receipt, we have purchased 1 unit of seafood and 5 units of sunspot fish. So a decent haul. Not too much. The Dhow won't be too heavy, but it's enough to give us a nice breezy sail. Provision wise, I haven't even thought about that. I think the food wise we might just have the dates left, so we're going to consume those now. And we might need to do a little bit of fishing later on. This empty bottle can go. Try that again. This empty bottle can go. Go. Perfect. Worked first time. And we will fish out a second bottle here. And this bottle, first time, can go. Okay, fine. If they really want to stay, then you can stay as a little bit of decoration. Nice. We are at pretty much a beam reach. Sail looks good to me, about 45 degrees, at least from what I can see here. Is it too dark to see? Yeah, it's good enough. We want to be headed more towards the gap and the rocks here, so we'll just ease us to port side there, and we are now headed perfectly in a west-northwest heading, which will do. So I'll keep us there for now, and whilst our wee guy is sailing, let's go and have a look at our last sail. So this was the sail all the way down to Albacore Town. I didn't mean for that to rhyme. We had a total distance of 96.4 nautical miles, and you can see the longest stretch was our napping, so Shipwreck Sean's napping simulator does come in handy sometimes. And then we had a nice breezy sail during the daytime into Albacore Town. I'll keep this on here and we'll do our full round trip. But as I say, unfortunately, I don't think I've got any more land features. Is that Albacore Town? Yeah, so just south of southeast. And we're heading directly to the middle of Gold Rock, which is west-northwest. So, I didn't mean to delete that. just south of southeast. And then Gold Rock was northwest, right? Oh, west-northwest. I have done this wrong again. No editing though, that's the rules. I don't know why my brain just completely deletes everything I've just thought. We're just going to call that southeast for ease. Southeast and west-northwest. Bear with me, folks. Southeast and west-northwest, and we're here. So I'll go and fix this little guy that I've deleted. And we kind of came out round here, so I'm just going to add these in just for argument's sake. And then we believe we are about here. So over halfway already, so thank you, Napping Simulator. That's looking good. In fact, I'll keep these pencil tool drawings for now. So it's going very well. I guess the debate is, well, we do need to sleep, and I don't think we're going to get to Gold Rock before we need to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to completely bring us to a halt, and we'll have a little practice of getting out of irons when I wake up from a little nap. We have enough time to nap and still get there for our missions, so we can play around a bit. I'm going to pull that straight in, and when I'm next awake, we'll get out of irons, or being dead in the water, whatever way you want to go. So be back with you in a minute. Alrighty. What was the island south of us? Is that south? It might still be Albacore Town, I'm not sure. Not too important. We are stuck in irons. How do we deal with that, I hear you guys ask. First, we're going to completely let out our sail. Actually, we're not really going to be in irons, are we? Because we've woken up and we're not facing directly windward, which is the direction the wind is coming from. So actually, if we just keep it on a close haul, the boat should move forward. The way to tell you're moving forward is obviously when you turn the helm, the tip of the boat will turn in the direction you're turning in. So I guess we won't be doing an in irons tutorial today. Or maybe we will. Maybe I'll cause it on purpose just for a bit of fun, since we won't have this sail configuration for much longer, because we'll be doing some customization. Okay, you can hear the sail is luffing out. Okay, I think we're still moving forward a touch, so give her a minute just to completely stop. That should be good. I tried to balance out the weight a little bit, whilst keeping a little bit of space here to work in. Okay, now we are in irons. I'm going to completely release the sail. I'm going to get completely stuck as well. This is part of the tutorial, this is what you need to do. And I'm going to turn completely in one direction, and you can see we are not moving or turning at all. So I'm going to completely release our sheet, and despite completely turning to our starboard side, the boat should start to slightly turn to port once the sail catches a little bit of wind. you might just be able to make out that Gold Rock on our right hand side is starting to disappear a bit. When we catch a little bit of wind, we want to pull in just a touch. I think I've got us completely stuck. I sound so confident and that I know what I'm talking about. But again, whenever I'm recording these, my brain just deletes. So let's try it again properly. We're going to completely release the sheet. We're actually going to turn the helm completely to port, because then she will start to turn round towards Gold Rock. And you'll know we've got a little bit of wind when she starts to turn a bit. And I think she's slowly starting to turn a bit because we can see Gold Rock. So I'm going to ease off on our complete turn to port. We're going to pull in the sheet a little bit to catch a bit more wind. Straighten up that helm. As you can see, we're now at a point where the wind is coming in at a bit of a beam reach. Or a close haul, should I say. So now if we pull the sail in, we should, touch wood, be moving forward a touch. Now as I say, the only way to tell we are moving forward is to now try and turn. And you can see she's slowly, ever so slowly, turning to starboard. Or if we turn in the other direction, she's ever so slowly, or a little bit more quickly now, turning to port. So I wouldn't call that a tutorial, more of a complete guess. And we can actually pull our sail in quite a touch more to get that 45 degree between the marker and our yard. And we are close haul sailing, which is the slow way of doing it. But that's okay, because I would like to engage in a little bit of fishing. 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't have a hook. Fire the hook on there. And let's catch a couple of fish. And as we're close hauling, being careful whilst we're fishing that we don't go back in irons. I think once per episode is fine. We got a catch or a bite. I'm just going to ease in our fishy. Lovely blue seas today. I hope you guys enjoyed some of the changes I made in the last episode. As I say, you'll notice there was a little bit of music just to fill in the gaps. As I say, whenever my brain is working, I tend to go a little bit quiet. It's hard for me to use my brain. It can be tough sometimes. But I also exported the video so that it can be watched and enjoyed in 4K. So I hope you guys enjoyed that as well. It just makes for a little bit nicer viewing. And I hope that you can hear that I've altered my microphone slightly so that it picks me up a little bit better. I'm using a classic old microphone. I got this, I mean, you're talking when I was still in uni studying sound, about, oh, I dread to think how long ago that was. At least over 10 years ago. Oh, scary. And the microphone has done me very well ever since. I've used it for little podcasts, interviews, Skype and Zoom calls back during the old lockdown days. So yeah, I changed a couple of the settings just so it picks me up a little bit better. So we are polishing up Shipwrecked Sean just a touch. There we go, we have our second catch, and that should be a plenty for us. Just to fill ourselves up a little bit before we get into Gold Rock and we can do a little bit of shopping. Even if the market's closed, we can buy some stuff from our trader. But I'm hoping to save as much money as possible because in the next episode we'll be doing some upgrades on the Dhow because the people have spoken. And I must admit, it's a part of the game that I'm a little bit unsure about. I've tried it out on the Dhow before where I shoved a small jib, a bigger mast and a bigger sail, but I just really struggled to have the Dhow keep her heading. And then I rage quit, found an older save and then purchased the sandbuck instead. So thanks to you guys, I will be learning something that I was too scared to learn, and I mean that in a good way. I'm looking forward to it. We didn't actually get much of a sleep, did we? Okay, we've got a bit of a beam reach, so I can let the sail out there just to pick up on speed. I don't think we'll need to sleep before we get to Gold Rock. Even if we absolutely have to, we'll just get as close to Gold Rock as possible and let down the anchor and we'll be fine. And if we don't even get there, we can just stop somewhere in the water, as we are all now experts at getting out of irons, aren't we? I mean, you saw how professionally I managed that. Can we engage in a little bit of pilotage? Nope, I don't think so. I think all we really have to look at is Gold Rock. So our map won't be the most detailed coming back, but it will complete a little bit of a round trip. A true round trip would be to end up back at Al-Nalem. But we will wait and see until our Dhow, we'll wait and see what happens with our configuration, because as I say, I'll want to do a sail I'm more comfortable with doing for the maiden voyage of the upgraded Bonnie. So I will do a little bit more research into what are the best ways of doing it. But also, if we make mistakes, well, that's what we're all about here at Shipwrecked Sean. It's about learning from mistakes, trying to have a little bit of fun, and trying to turn panic into enjoyment. I hear thunder. Where? Why did that have to happen right as I mentioned panic? Where is the... I didn't like that. I didn't like that one bit. We're just going to chill. I think we're going to get to Gold Rock before we need to worry about that anyway. And in fact, I think I can see the town right around here. What have we got? We've got the peak of the smaller island directly west to us, and the peak of the larger island just west of northwest. So the smaller island directly west of us, and then the peak of this one, I think it will call it around here, just west of northwest. So that'll be here. So we're here. Map's getting a little bit messy, but I'll delete all the pencil tools once we're done. It's just nice to look at for reference. Do we see the... Okay, I see the storm. And the wind conveniently looks like it's bringing it directly towards us, which will be a laugh. But we mustn't get too stressed or upset at storms because, well, that's what makes Sailwind Sailwind. It's a feature and a fun, enjoyable part of the game, right? It's not scary. Okay, that was a little bit scary. That was right on cue. Lots of thunderous noises. The sky is getting darker and darker around us. But we are hauling our backsides towards Gold Rock, so I think we're going to be okay. Perfect. Is this the big bottle? Yes. Place that there. And just slowly but surely bob ourselves in the right direction. Oh, another little change I've made to the channel is that it's not a massive upgrade, but it's something I probably should have done from the start. And that's in the thumbnails, I've decided to start including a number. That inspiration was brought to me by Ikoloko gameplay. Ikoloko is another Sailwind Let's Play user. I absolutely love his channel. I've actually learnt a lot from the channel. Despite the channel being in Portuguese, I'm able to turn on auto translate and enjoy it thoroughly. So I encourage you all to go and check out his channel, which I will put in the description, if you want to enjoy a little bit of sailing and also pick up some Portuguese words. That is terrifying. I'm just not going to look in the direction of the storm. Turning the light on makes things less scary, right? I'm just going to stand on this side, use some of my body weight to hopefully balance out the dhow a little bit. Oh, we've got a little bit of a wall of water coming. A wall of water. I believe they call it a wave. Oh, and we're starting to get the little reminder in the energy bar that we do need to sleep soon. Seems to be the theme of this episode. We are battling tiredness and energy. Oh, and we're also going directly towards a sandbank, which is not recommended. We're going to pull the sheet completely in because it looks like we're close hauling now. And then if we stand on the side to balance out the dhow, we should be going pretty well. You might now see it in YouTube since I'm uploading in 4K, but it looks like there's a little bit of land coming down here, so I'm going to need to turn, go off in this direction once I'm comfortable to be past there, and I believe I am. Now it's going to make us even more close hauled, but I think we'll get away with it because that is what the dhow is good at. Oh, she is luffing, so we're going to turn her back out towards that bit of land, grab as much speed as possible. You can see sand starting to appear, and then go for a very last minute tack, and that should get us round. Please catch. Okay, We are listing slightly to port side, which means we have caught the wind. You can also see it in the sail. So we'll trundle along in this direction and we'll make another tack. The storm is definitely getting closer because it's getting louder in my earphones. But I think everything's going to be timed perfectly here. We're going to get away with all this. Another tack, which is risky business going at this slow speed. You'll notice that whenever I go silent for a little bit, that's the sound of worry. Okay, nothing to worry about though. Oh my word, down we go. Alrighty. We've cleared the sandbank, we're heading down. So we're going to close hauler as much as possible because the dock wall along Gold Rock, when I'm mooring, I would like to be coming in towards and then park up around here because it's going to make it a little bit easier for coming out and round into the shipyard. Although we are very tired, so maybe I just need to go directly towards. We can pull in the reef a little bit because the very, very kind lightning has shown me that we're closer than I thought. And when I say pull in the reef, I mean reef it in the sail. Turn back down. We've almost completely lost speed. Release the sail a touch. Come on, Bonnie, this is not the time to be going at your slowest. Try and get more of a 45 degree to the wind. I would almost bet money that there's going to be a crash here, but hopefully nothing too drastic. Begin to turn. Lock that while she's turning. Open up the sail a bit more. Keep an eye out to her bow, all looking good. Oh, we're going. In your right headphone, if you're wearing headphones, you would have heard a bit of a thud. That's just Shipwreck Sean doing his docking. Try and push out the sail. And in actual fact, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. Hopefully, even though we are bow first into the dock wall, the game will still let me go for a nap. So I will be back with yous in a minute. Alright, so I lied to you a little bit. I actually went for 2 naps there because the first nap it was still pretty much night time. And I would like a little bit of daylight. And I'm also starving apparently. I'm going to take our bow line here. Jump back on and just try and sort this a bit. We seem to be reversing. I don't know if I'm so great at reversing in this game. I guess we're going to be forced to find out. At least we've got a lovely wall there to cushion us if we reverse too far. That's what the wall's for, right? It's a distance keeping wall. Waiting for the crash of comfort. There we go. The warm, warm embrace of Gold Rock City. And we turn this light on for a bit of ease. There we go. Perfection. French kiss. We can move the boat, move the dhow back along the dock, with our lines. But I'll just get us moored up a little bit better for now. And there we go. So we will shove our missions in first. Yeah, go on. Let's use this guy for a second. It just makes things a little bit easier, doesn't it? It is the lazy option, which I am more than happy to be known for. So, anything in green is a mission, so we can just slot that straight in there. And that's all our missions done. Sunspot fish. I just realised I could have kept one of these to start eating from, but the market will be open soon. So we're going to sell our salmon. Or was it seafood? It wasn't salmon, it was seafood. Yes, I know, we're hungry. I can't find seafood. Okay, well we've definitely got sunspot fish. Tuna, goat's cheese, wine, gold, iron, copper, spices, seafood. Alright, and we've cleared 2,000 Alank lions. Take our receipt for that. And we're going to get some oranges. That's what we're going to do. Oranges are expensive, but they're worth it, particularly if you get the knife and start chopping them up. Where can I find? Or there we go. Oranges, 461 for one. I'm just going to eat that. Eat that purchase. It's going to be worth it in the long run. And we're going to find a nice convenient place to put our oranges on the Dhow. And I'd like to get a drying rack for those, so that I can chop up the slices of oranges and then just leave them hanging somewhere. Although arguably I could just shove them all in a crate. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That was a waste of one Alank line. But we've just spent like over 400, so I think that's fine. I don't want to transport anymore. I want to open. Can I stop using your services now? So I can open my oranges? Yes, I can. Thank you, dude. You're a lot better than that creepy guy that was staring in the window. Break the seal. Grab an orange. We still have the orange icon next to our hunger bar. Still there. But that's okay, we're not absolutely starving anymore, which is a bonus. It really doesn't like me trying to throw things off the boat when I'm inside the boat, so you have to kind of hang over. We will stock up on plenty of supplies as well, but it doesn't matter too much right now because we're not going to pick a mission or anything. We will be upgrading the Dhow in the next episode. But I would like to go and see how much a teeny tiny little drying rack is and a knife. I suppose I don't really need the drying rack if the oranges are already dry, right? A knife is going to cost me 21. Fine. And I think drying racks are around here. Okay, so a massive drying rack is going to cost me 164. I don't need that. I think just a secondary table is going to be handy. Well, those are chairs. Table. Let's go and pop this on the Dhow. Somewhere, I suppose it doesn't really matter too much where. And actually, we're going to drop these up front as well, so I can keep a full inventory. Our map can go somewhere more helpful. Oh, there goes our honeybee. Well, it was a nice decoration, but she's gone now. 2 tables. We'll drop this on the table for now, because we don't need it currently. And can I... There we go. Knife is put down. Just for anyone that's not aware of what I'm yapping on about with the whole oranges thing, you can pick up a knife, cut the orange, and that's better from a nutritional point of view. And I believe, I don't know, like if you fill your hunger a bit better with little slices, but we don't necessarily have these oranges for hunger. We've got them for vitamin deficiencies. So there we go. We've got a little pile of dried orange slices, and they will last a while. And then the last thing we need to purchase before we do our upgrades. Well, stock up on these again, because it is just this smart thing to do. As we want a couple of toys. So we're going to take the quadrant. I would like the chronocompass or the sun compass for working out my longitude, but I think we can pick that up after the configuration. Chip log would be fun, but I'm going to save money, and the spyglass is a lot pricier than I thought it would be, so yeah, we're not going to bother too much with that at this point in time. So with that, I believe we are done for this episode. Trying to find somewhere for a nice... There we go. This will be our screenshot or our thumbnail for this episode. So thank you all for joining me yet again and persisting with me. And I will see you guys in the next episode.